the layout the wings are that way look great.
Oh,
And you know
closed, like almost closed.
yeah, almost closed, but still flared out. So
Mm-hmm.
they're like directional. And I think it's because that scene looks like it's from the actual from the movie.
Yo, what's up? It's Christian Montavo on Instagram, Gunpla. You're now watching Undergated Network.
What is going on, everybody? Back with another Wednesday, another episode drop. I am Coop at It's Coop on Instagram. I have the homie with me, Austin, aka Gunpla Tesseract, aka GXT, aka Mr. Red T-shirt. We are in the building. We are 2/3. We are down a member. Shout out to the homie CD. He has some prior engagements with the schools and the kiddos and all that. So, brother will hold you down. Us two will hold you down, brother. Us three in general, we come together every week to bring you a brand new episode of the Undergated podcast. The Undergated podcast is where we sit down and talk about Gunpla, Gundam, anime, movies, TV shows, books, music, you name it, we talk about it. Mainly Gunpla though. So if you're here for it, this is the spot to be. And of course, as always, I hope all the listeners on Spotify, y'all are doing well. Shout out to the people that's listening, that's doing some work, driving home, commuting, at the gym, wherever you listen to us at. We appreciate y'all. And last week we sat down and we talked about some things where a lot of people might not let you know because we don't gatekeep here at the Undergated Network. So if you missed last week's episode, this is what you missed.
But for the free one, you can go through some free templates that they have. Select a template like seamless or transition or collage. Make sure you set the format into which one you want, because Instagram does portrait, square, or story format, which story format is the pictures are in the 16:9 vertically.
And yes, again, we don't gatekeep at the Undergated podcast or at the Undergated Network, whatever way. So make sure y'all tune into that episode. We talked about some things to help build your social media aesthetic or your social media platform, or also your kits. I'm going to say social media kits, but your kits. Man, it's been a week. It is Thanksgiving weekend or weekend. Sales are going, food's going, as always. But before we get started, brother Austin, how's your week been?
My week's been pretty all right, easy so far. You know, it's Thanksgiving week, so work's very slow. Yeah, so it's nothing's really going on. Everyone's kind of geared up for the holidays. So yeah, no, it's been pretty easy. Home life's been all right. Family's doing good, so I'm just here chilling like a villain.
That's it. That's all we can ask for, man. Sometimes just keep it at a status quo. We're just gonna go. The work, like you said, work has been chill. It is a short work week for me. I always take Black Friday off. Maybe it's tradition now, because back in the day, of course, there was a reason to take Black Friday off, but now no real reason, rhyme or reason, because they're running sales throughout the week. But something always tells me like maybe on Friday is the best of the best sale. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe something like they might have that lens on sale Monday through Thursday, but on Friday is going to be the cheapest. So hold off. But yeah, other than that, week has been chill, man. Sitting back with the family. Haven't really been doing much. So need to get to the yard. I need to start doing some yard work. So raking up some leaves. So leaves are coming down pretty heavy. So I hope everybody out there has been having a great week so far. Hope it's been chill, relaxed. And if it hasn't, hit us up. If you need to get something off your chest, want to talk about something, whatever that may be, we are here for you. The CD as well, Austin as well, and myself. I don't mind sitting down talking to anybody about whatever. So we appreciate people that do hit us up. Really, really appreciate it. Next up, building and breaking down that backlog. What new items did we add into the backlog? Austin, did you pick up anything, brother?
Nothing, man. Nothing. It's holiday season, so a lot of the stuff is geared up for other things that I need to pay off, or not pay off, but pay to get some stuff for some peoples and some families. So all the money's going to that. Gunpla's taking the back seat here until January, really.
Yeah. I'm right, somewhat right there with you. I dove in because I'll give y'all the backstory. I'll give y'all the backstory. So, it is my fault. I left the Caliburn on my work desk. Right here, my battle station, as Austin will call it. And it was, I was getting everything ready to, with the lights and the bits. Beknownst to me, I didn't put it up. And I didn't put it up. So woke up in the morning, bent the corner to get to my Coop's corner area. And I saw the LED strip over here and the Caliburn over there. And I said, hold on. No, they didn't. So the little cats got to messing around with the Caliburn lights throughout the night and rip the LED from the module to the light unit. I went to Hobbytown to try to see. I hit up the homie Pencil Knight as well. He's still helping me look for one. But I went to Hobbytown to try to see if they have a replacement cable. Luckily, that was all that they got to. It's just pretty much the connection points. And they didn't have any. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to order a whole new set. That whole new set. I mean, it was on new type. It was on sale, $20. If I wanted to, maybe I could finagle it on like the aerial if I find an extra cable. So shout out to the homie Pencil Knight. I know he said he's going to try to help me find another cable. They are two different backpack connectors because I think the Caliburn and the aerial rebuild could use the same light set, but the aerial is different. So maybe somehow, some way, maybe extra bits. I don't know. But I have an extra set. If I could find that cable, maybe down the line I'll build another Caliburn or something. I don't know. Maybe a weathered one with the light bits. But while I was on new type, they were running a sale. I was like, you know what? I'm already here. Let me just go ahead and get my holiday shopping out of the way. So I have some stuff coming in for new type for Coop's Corner, the next episode of Coop's Corner. So that's a little hint. One is going to be the Caliburn, a reorder of the Caliburn light set. Reorder the Caliburn light set. So the last time, if y'all watched Coop Corner recently, those lights was the last time those lights were turned on. So got that coming in. And I want to give a shout out. I want to say thanks, right? This is a season of, we try to give flowers all the time, but of course, throughout this week is Thanksgiving. I want to give thanks real quick to the homie Austin. One thing I did pick up was because it was on sale. And I have no clue about any of this stuff, but Austin does. And he had me look into, well, I guess look into investing in yourself. I didn't want to go out, just take the cheap way out. And I apologize. I know my audio has been to shit last few weeks. We invest way too much money here at the Undergated Network for our equipment to be shit. So I apologize about that. But hopefully the audio sounds good. Let me know in the comments below if my audio sounds good, people.
You sound good to me.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I said, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself. And Austin told me about a mechanical keyboard. And he gave me the kind of like the route to take. And then we wound up picking up I don't know how to pronounce the name of this.
It's Keychron K3.
The Keychron K3.
Yep.
Sleek, compact, low profile wireless mechanical keyboard. It is brown tactile, so it's brown switches. There is blue, red, and brown switches.
Blue, red, brown, green. There's a couple other ones, but yeah. There's different ones, and they all just denote different typing style.
Different typing sounds. So here it is. It was on typically a $80 keyboard on sale on Amazon during the Black Friday for $60. So able to get it. One thing I like about these type of keyboards, it's not just the sound and it's weight. It has some weight behind it, but it's full Bluetooth, right? Like you don't need a dongle. You don't need to plug anything in. It's smooth, works for both Mac and Windows, try to get it to focus right there. So you just turn the switch on, connect via Bluetooth, and you get to go. If I go. So we invested in that. I'll show y'all what it looks like with the box it comes in.
They even come with key switches that you can switch out from Mac and PC. Too.
Right. I think this one actually comes. It's been so long since I've seen a Windows keyboard. I think this comes preset to Mac.
Oh, dope.
Man, I think it does.
Dope.
Yeah, because it's the command button is the alt button. So it comes with it's like the instruction manual.
Gotcha.
Comes with a Type-C cable. That Type-C cables are all over the house now, so don't really need to use.
Everybody's got one.
Everybody's got one, and then it has this little. I'm assuming a key.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's to grab the key caps and to be able to switch them out. So if you want to,
you just use this end, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. When you open it, they'll split out like that, and you just push it into the keycap and just lock it in, or just roll it under and then pull up, and it pulls up the actual cap piece. Like my keyboard's weak enough where I can pull them off without just my fingers, but those ones, because of the shape of the keys, you need a little tool to do it.
Okay. So we also have another orange corner for the brightness. If you want to rock 2 orange corners, right now I just have the escape key as orange and the button layouts for the windows. So yeah, it comes.
And it got some great backlighting. The drip backlighting. By the way, we're totally sponsored by Keychron, aren't we? We're just we just haven't announced it yet.
No gatekeeping, man. No gatekeeping.
Keychron, if you want to set me up with something as well, just saying.
But it's a pretty dope keyboard. Investing yourself, I'm leaning more towards next year, not really investing in a whole lot of kits. And I was talking to Austin. Austin and I've been talking quite some time. This past week, and we just invest in like the aesthetic, man. I want to invest in the aesthetic of the Coop's Corner, right? I have posters and art and stuff like that. So
yeah, we were talking about getting the space more comfortable to work in and upgrading our tools, so we have a lot more weapons in the trade. So a lot more weapons in the case than we do right now. And plus, I think you and me were talking about there's only like 1 or 2 kits probably coming out in the recent future that you and I are even somewhat interested in. So.
Right. And then so I just want to invest in the aesthetic look. I did my keyboard I had before came with it was this style I got off of Amazon. It has a trackpad. The trackpad would kind of get like stuck, so it wasn't that great of a. And this is also a true wireless, no dongle or anything, USB-C charge, but it would just get stuck. And it wouldn't serve me well, so I wound up bringing home from work my Gundam style themed mouse in the colors of the RX 782. If I find the link to it, I'll put it in the description below for it. I just typed in Gundam mouse on Amazon, and I think it was one of the first things that came up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, so we can go on to kind of like what's cooking, what you have cooking, brother Austin.
Actually, nothing. I have
nothing.
I've actually taken kind of a break from any Gunpla building whatsoever. Just taking a step back and getting back into my other hobbies. Plus, it's holiday season. There's a lot of things going around, and I'm just trying to reduce stress as much as I can. And doing this kit, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find some other ways to reduce a little bit more stress. And so I've been jumping back into Ace Combat. Of course, I got it on the Switch, and I said before that I realized that I had not 100%ed the Switch version. I've 100%ed the PS4, I've 100%ed the Xbox, I've 75%ed the PC, but I need to get a new gaming PC to finish that, in my opinion, so I can actually feel it. But the Switch, I just wanted it to have it. So now I have it. I played a little bit of it before, but now I'm back to 100%ing it. I can confirm S rank on the hard difficulty, complete everything S rank. S rank on the Ace difficulty, which is the highest difficulty, everything S rank. Now I'm going through normal, and it's weird when all you play is the hardest stuff over and over, and you go back to normal. It's strangely too easy. Like you're flying around and you're just pulling G's like, look at right, and you're like, oh, no one's shooting at me. There's enemies everywhere, but no one's. Am I invisible?
Exactly.
Like
It's like
you get home from being battered like all the time. You just come, you're like, and then you're
be
like,
be like Catcher and Gundam Wing. Like, hey, look, I'm taking the zero system out. Everything's gonna be too slow for me, right? Like,
right.
you've been in the zero system. Let me go ahead and get back in a regular unit. Oh yeah, it's gonna be butter now.
You know, everyone wondered why Sandrock, all that Sandrock had was a pair of knives, but he was killing everybody. He was like, maybe because when his brain isn't, gobbledygook scrambled, he can move 3 times faster than a normal human with knives. But
Right.
which, side note, is there anything more terrifying coming at you than a 60-foot tall robot with shanks? Just
Heated
like
at that.
like at that point, he's serious because like everyone else has guns. This guy brought a knife.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with that guy. That guy brought a knife to a gunfight. Apparently, this isn't his first.
He purposely did it.
Purposely did it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he knew what he was getting into. Look, it heats up. So it's not like he found these knives.
He
knew.
put the Uzi away and looked at me.
Man, classic. I kind of want to run Gundam Wing back. I'm getting.
Didn't you start 8th MS team again? Or am I wrong?
I restarted that, but that's a clear day watch. It's 12 episodes, so you can knock that out in 4 hours.
Wing takes about 2 days, 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Solid days. Yeah.
Yeah. Unicorn. Rewatch that again.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Rewatch Unicorn again.
That's right. And the Unicorn is like maybe a day and a half. Maybe a day. It depends on which version you watch.
Yeah. If you watch the OVAs and you're like, it's 9 a.m, you can knock it out in a day. If you're like, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna chill. You can knock it out in a day. And how good Unicorn is. Man, Unicorn is so good.
I can't wait. I can't wait until next week. You're like, hey man, I tried again. I put on Seed, got 15 minutes in, and then you went back to watching Unicorn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'll tell you, man, I was like, look, I understand. You don't even have to convince me anymore, brother. I get it.
But no, other than that, watching Unicorn, haven't been in the workstation to build. I took a pause on the ODO build because I feel like I was kind of steamrolling it too quickly, and I want to be able to make sure everything is done and things is dried and cured and less mistakes. It's kind of like that new. I did the waste. The waste is 100% finished, right? So it's kind of like that. I don't know if you've been seeing these videos that's been going around. The guy, I think his name is Lethal Shooter. He's like, oh, I understand now. He's been dropping like gummies, like he'll take a gummy bear. You haven't seen him? Oh man. Let me pull it up on YouTube. You're gonna get a kick out of this.
He drops gummy bears?
You'll see. It's better to see it.
You know what's crazy? I don't know what the guy's name, but there's this guy on YouTube who makes like insane party drinks, but he'll make them like in a cooler size. And he'll pour like 6 bottles of vodka, 7 bottles of Smirnoff, 10 bottles of Jägermeister, 3 bottles of sake, and then put fruit punch, like Minute Maid fruit punch or something like that, like 6 bottles of Minute Maid fruit punch. And then he'll put gummy bears, gummy worms, like fruit roll-ups or something like that, like in it, cut up, and then just stack it with ice. And he calls it the party drink or something like that.
Oh,
and it's
no.
Yeah, and you literally just you're supposed to dip your cup into it and then drink it, and all I can see is literally like just he's not getting home, no one's leaving the apartment.
Damn. So this is how I feel, right? I did the waste, right? I did the waste, and this is exactly how I feel.
So I understand it now.
I understand it now. I understand it now. Everybody always making excuses. Fuck it. I understand it now.
What?
I understand it now. Fuck it. People think they understand now, like I do. I'm gonna shoot it backwards. I understand it now. I told y'all I'm not playing.
Jeez.
You guys see what it is. Man versus turbine. Ah! Let's go!
That's
I understand it now.
that's how it feels.
Do you know what's crazy? When I look at this though, I see that it started off from him like just having a Sunday to himself out in the middle of a basketball court, throwing gummies into a cup of water while his friend records saying, I understand it now.
Right.
Right? All the way to he's standing on top of a giant turbine in the middle of Norway, sponsored by Red Bull, throwing a basketball 120 feet in the air, dodging a giant wind turbine that took decades to design into a hoop, and him yelling, I understand it now. And all I could think about is that we went from having a Sunday off to this is my career.
I mean, hey, if that works for him, and that's how I feel.
That
like,
works. Hey, no shade to him. It's just
right.
I'm just it's crazy. A crazy time we live in. It is
Right.
crazy time we live in, brother.
So I'm building, I'm painting, I'm trying to get this color scheme down. I'm hitting you up, I'm hitting the CD up, I'm hitting like burial Gunpla up. I did the waist, and now it's like, all right, yeah, I understand it now. So let me just take my time on the chest. Let me take my time on like the backpack and stuff like that. So
I'm afraid because I feel like you're gonna say I understand it now. Take the waist and just throw it right to like a bucket of water.
Goom.
I understand it right to a thinner, like a bucket of thinner. I understand it now.
What an idiot!
Destroy the whole thing. Ah, I understand it now.
Get that fool out of here!
Look around the corner. What's wrong? Ah!
Right.
Oh God, we gotta call Austin. Get over here, Austin. Something's wrong, Cooper. And I'm gonna come over like, you understand it now? And you'd be like, I understand it now. And we're gonna shake hands like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. And Rocky, was it Rocky?
Rocky.
Was like that. It was like,
was it Predator or Commando? Like,
I think it was Predator.
Predator, yeah. We're both gonna be like, ah.
So that's how I feel, man. I feel like now.
Good.
I did it.
I'm glad that it's coming along pretty good for you. I've seen the pictures. I don't think did you show live? Did you go live with the pictures yet?
I haven't. Nope.
I've seen the pictures. You guys in YouTube land have not, in Spotify land have not seen it yet. It does look very good. At Odeo, it will be very, very, very good, very impressive. And are you building a base with it, or are you just gonna display it by itself? Base up.
People will see.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's right. No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, hidden.
Yep. Hidden.
There'll be lasers. And a limo.
Nothing special. People have seen it before. Yeah, I should say, but
just not like this.
Not like this, and for me, it's definitely going to be pushed. It's definitely going to be me pushing myself. So,
gotcha.
That's it. So hopefully, everybody out there, y'all are working on something that putting your efforts to, or whatever the case may be. If not, whatever you're doing, if you're building to relax, building to just kill time, building to kill the backlog. Whatever the case may be, let us know what you've been working on. I know CD's been working. He's been chilling out. I know he's been kind of working also on some like aesthetic stuff as well. We've been talking about like photography and stuff like that as well. So that's what this homie CD's been working on. Now we can kind of jump into what's new. Not a whole lot, man. I know we always look at the homie Gunpla Nerd on Instagram. Make sure y'all check him out or them out. I don't. With today's climate, I have no clue. Make sure you check them out. So cover the bases, but not a lot since the last time we talked, man. Here goes. We talked about the Vidar, this third party. You like this, didn't you?
I have seen pictures with this without all this fancy stuff attached. All these fancy pictures, just it standing. It looks great. Now all these pictures, in my opinion, have kind of overblown it because it looks like there's so much extra detail that it's kind of you actually kind of get lost in the sauce.
The background doesn't help it either. Especially these photos. And my fault to cut you off. We're looking at the 1/100 Asgard that's releasing, third party kit that's releasing in January 2025.
Yeah, it looks good when it's just behind it, like a background that I have on the picture that I have on right now, like just a straight gray background. it looks pretty good. It's not too bad, but it is detailed to absolute wazoo. It's crazy amount of detail. I'll actually, dude, if I get this, I like this, but if I get this, I might actually dial some of the stuff back with like some putty, like cover up some of the vents, make it a little bit more blocky and a little bit more classic looking, like 80s looking than this, because this looks like
it's a lot going on, but it
that
looks good.
It's a lot. It looks good. It's just there's so much.
Did they just take like you know what? We messed up on some of the hazel legs. It came up upside down.
Yeah,
they
just filled it in.
Yeah, like that's what it looks like. If you look at it, it looks like a Titan's hazel.
Yeah, TR1 hazel. Yeah. Like at the big blocky legs, and they just it's like the Blossom meets the Hazel meets the Gym Sniper meets the Jesus. It's like every other
Jesus, yeah. Maze Jesus.
And it has the guns from the what is it, the Virtue. So it looks like it has two of them, which is kind of stupid at that point. And it has a shield, which the shield looks more complicated than some of the model kits I have sitting on my shelf. Like it's ridiculous. But you know what? I am excited for this. I can see myself picking up, but I'm not too sure. But if I do get it, some of that detail's got to go. I might be filling some of that stuff in.
This one, if you got it right, I would like to see shots from you. All gray,
primed up,
just primed up. This kit, to see something like this, will look good, and like muted prime colors, like gray, light pink that covers some of like the blues, right? Just all gray, light pink with, you know, maybe some black primer in it, and just leave the kit like that. That will look amazing. You know, just like it's like a lot going on, but the colors are a lot going on. It kind of like blends it all in, if that makes sense. Like this is a really noisy kit, and you take just the primer colors and kind of just like meet those muted colors, and just brings it down a little bit.
And you know what? Even if you go back to the picture before where it shows like the kit half on, half off, I just realized something. The reason why also it looks super complicated, if you look at it now, it doesn't look as bad. The decals are gone. If you go back to the finished picture, look, the shield especially and the shoulders, dude, all that's decal. That is a lot of decals.
Yeah,
that's a lot of noise coming from just decals, dude. This does look, and you know what? It's not gold. That means that gold's painted. This is all yellow, which is
yellow.
I kind of prefer anyway. I wasn't gonna paint it gold anyway. I was probably gonna paint it silver, metallic silver, or silver leaf.
That's what they did here. Just painted metallic gold.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of gold. A metallic gold.
I'm gonna say you don't do a whole lot of gold on your kits.
I don't, and you've seen my paint stash. I have a ton of gold. I just never use it.
You gave me two rattle cans of it.
I gave you a full one that was unopened too. And I was like, yo, dude, I have 4 more. You're like, what? I remember on the phone, you were like, hey, can I borrow gold? And I was so excited. I was like,
offload it.
Do you want 5 cans? And you were like, what? No. He's like, all right, look, I'll just give you the unopened one and a regular one. And you were like, no, I just need one. Okay, fine, Austin.
I'll just take both. You need silver? Yeah, I'll take silver too. Man.
Yeah, there we go. Metallics are usually not what I venture into.
But yeah, this does look good. I
like the beam sabers too.
The beam sabers on the gun?
No, I think he's holding them. They're just underneath the.
No, on this picture right here.
Oh, the beam sabers on the gun. What are those?
That's
are
what
those
I'm
fuel
saying.
tanks.
And hopefully,
I think they're fuel tanks.
They're not right there.
Yeah, they're not there. What, dude? There's so much going on. There they are. They're back, dude. There's so much going on with this kid.
Yeah.
That is, we can't even follow. We can't even follow half the stuff.
No, there's no way they can't be beam sabers. Yeah, they probably fuel tanks that you can attach on.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much are we looking at? How much is this?
199 in yen, in Chinese yuan, not even yen.
So
I want to say $80.
80? That might be. That's not bad for $80. You get a lot. Looks like it. 199 Chinese young.
I got you. I'm about to do it right now.
I want to say yen, but yen is Japanese.
There's no way.
What we got?
There's no way. This is on that?
What?
There's no way, right?
No. There's no way it's 30.
And we're looking at 2740. $27.44. So they're gonna get okay. So something's getting inflated. This is
Yeah,
maybe it's 20. Maybe it's 199. What is?
that's the price if you buy it in China.
Yeah,
Everywhere else ain't getting that price.
yeah, you're right.
They're up straight with everybody. No, everywhere else ain't getting this.
We're tripling it. How about that?
Yeah, no, we got to pay for gas. That ship container needs money. The pilot needs money. We're
Okay, somebody asked the same question. Seriously, only 199? I think you got it wrong because okay, so yeah, somebody just said the same thing.
even in the chat, even in the comments.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
so
No way. There's no
Yeah.
way this is 20. There's no way. This is
let's just tack on another 9. Maybe they mistyped in.
I think they missed a 0.
Yeah, let's just type in a 0 and see what happens.
Yeah.
Adding an extra 0 makes it $274.
Mm.
275 if added another. Yeah, you know what? Maybe a mistype. Maybe it's $3.99 yen.
It might be a mistype. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a mistype.
But this is a for sure cop for you, huh?
If it's $27, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, but if it's 200, no.
Next is this. I know we talked about it last week. The chrome plated Delta Zen design from the Silver Phantom game.
Apparently, you can combine the other shield from the other Delta Gundam if you have a gold or a regular Delta Gundam just lying around, which there's not a lot of people who do. I mean, you and me, we ran into a single gold-plated Delta Gundam high grade,
and it's just that one, right? It's the exact same kit as this, maybe with some newer accessories.
I think the shield is different, and that's about it. And maybe the head plate, but everything else is almost exactly the same, if I remember correctly. Different color beam sabers, but that's
how many suits come off of the Hakashiki?
A lot. Yeah. Do you remember that mini book I gave you? Do you want Gunpla or just suits in lore?
Well, I know. I mean, if it's Gunpla, probably about up there with lore as well, too.
With lore, it's there's quite a number of them, dude. There's like for the gold color suits alone, there's like 5 or 6.
I know there's like a Hakashiki Crash, Kai.
Yep, Kai, full armor Kai, full armor. The Crash I think is the Build Divers one. Then there's also the mass production type Hakushiki. There's the space type mass production Hakushiki. There's there's another Hakushiki too.
What branched off of the Hakushiki? The Delta Plus Delta series did.
The Delta series.
Sure.
So the Delta
Hakushiki in the Delta.
Yeah. So you have the Delta Gundam, the Delta Kai, the Delta the Delta I forgot what the other Delta was. And then there's even more that branched off that. So
in the Mark 4 or 5 Gundam
Mark 3.
This looks like it could be like the predecessor to the Dobin Wolf, but it's not.
No, the Mark 3 looks closer to this with the omnidirectional backpack thing, but those aren't wings technically. The Mark 3 would be closer to this. The Mark 4 is where we start to get into Dovin Wolf territory. The Mark 5 is essentially the prototype Dovin Wolf. It is what the Dovin Wolf essentially is. And then the Mark 6 we just decided to just say big guns, yes.
Oh man, this is a whole lot going on in that kit, but I really don't want to pick that up.
Me either.
Looks good.
It
does look good though. When I played the game, I told myself I wanted to pick it up. But too much room.
I have no doubt that in animation it's going to look fantastic and it's going to make me want one, but the price is just so much they're asking for. I mean, even the Delta Gundam is less than the regular Delta regular release, and that's before the shipping.
Yeah. Going back to the Asgard, it's like we, take our foot out of our mouths, even with the solid color backdrop.
It is a lot. It's a lot.
We was like, man, maybe if you could put a solid color backdrop behind it, maybe it look better. No.
The first picture out the gate, every vent open, every panel down, every beam saber going.
Is it 4 sub arms?
The 4 sub arms. The first picture out the gate is the most wild, crazy display of excess I've ever seen.
What it got a sub? So we have a sub arm two sub arms, one at the lower by the waist, two at the lower waist, two at the back. One of them holding a beam
Jesus.
saber in each hand. So one lower waist, one upper back, and then one of them holding absolutely nothing, and then the other one holding a gun. Which,
yeah, dude,
and-
and you called it. You said Hazel. The front skirt subarms are from the Hazel.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hazel Vance, the Vance Hazel.
So it's like, well, you know what? This is crazy how you kind of, teetered like, oh, I kind of want this. This looks like a dope shot right there. The behind
That looks
shot.
great.
Yeah.
Yes, 100% agree. But you know why? Is because everything looks kind of like simplified down, and we can understand what the heck we're looking at.
And plus two, I'm thinking now Austin is growing on everybody on the pod of the whole symmetry look, right? Like you can that's a flat mirrored image right there. They was like, we're not going to go too crazy. Just mirror the left side.
Mm-hmm. It looks nice.
It does.
Yeah.
There it is, in it's all its glory again.
Yeah. I would never pose it like that, but it looks pretty good.
This pose looks sick.
That's not bad. Dude, those guns look just like the Virtues. I feel like they took like heavy inspiration from the Virtue guns.
Oh yeah. Virtue meets Hazel meets
everything else that's
oh
on
wow.
the board.
And you get the
you get a
like
stand.
Okay, so you can take the backpack off theoretically. It looks like a flight, not really like a flight unit, but like an assist unit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
like a striker
unit.
pack. A striker pack.
Right.
You know what, dude? That stand is beefy too. How heavy is this thing?
1/100. I want to say it's the size of the Virtue.
Dude, if it's as heavy as the Virtue with all the armor on is like close to a pound of plastic.
Damn.
Dude, that thing is insane.
Still slap that 199 yen on it though.
Oh, it's still. Oh, so it may not be a typo.
Yeah.
It may be $27.
And it's one. It has to be hard. Can a buck over in China,
right? Shoot. But you know what? Now that you say that, 1/100, I don't know if a lot of the Chinese kids truly follow that 1/100 scale, because we've seen some 1/100s that are not 1/100s. So
we don't know. We're assuming it's in Gundam 1/100.
Yeah.
You're right. This could be high grade size for all I know.
This could be like in between master and high grade, like literally like slight looking RG, like a tall RG, like the high new Gundam.
High new Gundam. Ooh, would it be Cop then?
No, I would be disappointed. You know me, the bigger the better.
Yeah.
Pause.
Thank you.
I saw the side eye. I was waiting for it. I was like, maybe I get away with this one.
No, just because CD's not here doesn't mean no. Then we're looking at the gold. What is this?
Ankushiki
RG that's coming out.
What now? Just so you know, it's what we're looking at is just this. It's just the backpack. It's not the whole suit.
Okay. It's not the whole suit.
And it's the connection pieces you need to attach the Zeus silhouette, which is this big cannon thing.
And this comes, but you have to get the
Zeus silhouette separately and the kit separately. So all we're looking at is the attachment parts.
Is the Zeus silhouette coming out as just a weapon standalone? I thought it comes with the whatever that.
Oh Destiny. Yeah, no, it comes with a Destiny as well. There's a set that comes with a Destiny. Yeah. So you would have a spare Destiny lying around if you do get the Zeus silhouette, but you need to buy 3 kits to make that picture that we just passed.
You have to buy
or 3 things. I'm sorry, you have to buy 3 things.
2 kits. So you have to.
I'm sorry, 2 things. 2 things.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
The gold Ankushiki. Yeah. And the Zeus silhouette. Now you just get extra that backpack so you can make something else.
Oh, so okay, gotcha. So you're right. You do have to buy 3 kits because this is a P Bandai.
Yeah. So technically you're buying 3 things.
Yeah. Okay.
To get that picture. Oh man, that is, you know what? Part of me is okay with it, but a part of me is also kind of upset that Bandai did that because they know they're fleecing you for money at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like,
they could have just dropped this little silhouette pack.
They could have dropped that, bro. They could have put the backpack, that gold backpack, as an option set inside the. You're already paying almost $100 for the RG. Why don't you just throw the backpack in there too? What are you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, we do weapon packs for everything else, and yet
for all this 100. Oh, go ahead.
No, why would you give us? I guess if you want like the newer Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
But you already gave us high grades out the hoo-ha, so you might as well just give us
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a normal Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
and then do with a silhouette Zeus pack and get this add-on. This being a
Mhm.
box.
To get everything here in this picture, it's $170 some odd dollars, like 150, I think maybe. Dude, that's close to MGEX territory
For 144.
for a 144.
And the only thing that you can add to this picture to make it look like your money's worth it is the Destiny, right? Because you are this picture is not including the Destiny that you get with the Zeus silhouette.
True. You know what? I don't even know if do the stands come with the Zeus, or does the stands come with this kit?
Don't get me the lion. Don't
Because
get me the lion. There is a picture with the
stands, right?
kit. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so cool.
You're getting something. That
Okay.
don't look like the action base 8.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Those look like the stands for the actual funnels for the backpack, not for this.
Yeah.
So oh my god, so
6, 7 funnels, and there is 1, 2, 3,
2, 4,
4,
6.
5, 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah. So, sheesh.
So you have to buy the stand too, or I don't know if the stand comes with the Zeus silhouette, dude. What, man? Dude, this is.
Somebody said the parts should be used for the RG Destiny.
I doubt
good question. He said, "I'm doubting."
Yeah, but you know what?
You're not gonna find that gold either in any type of rattle can. I don't care, like spray. Like, so even if you're like, oh, I want to strip it and make it on my own gold.
This is plated. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pure plated. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. I don't know if I could tell someone that it's worth buying all that stuff, unless they want that particular look, I guess.
A P-Bandai Damashi robot, the robot Damashi Big Zam, and then it's the size of. It's the size of, it looks like of an Asian woman's height of a torso.
It is a toddler, a 2-year-old toddler.
Yeah,
standing up.
Yeah,
and
this is huge.
This is ridiculously big. Is this the one that lights up? Right?
Yeah,
we went over. Yeah,
that's
big,
huge.
How much is it?
55,000 yen.
So
probably pushing close to $400.
Yeah. So I was about to say a PS5, but a PS5 is like 500.
Catch it right now on sale for about 350.
There you go. So a PS5 or Big Zam that lights up.
You got to be a real big fan of the Big Zam.
Yeah, man. You got to really love chickens.
You got to be a fan of Dozel, the Zombie Airs, all of them.
That particular scene, you got to be a super fan.
Sheesh. Or an absolute 100% collector. Like, I just need it when it comes out. Here goes the silhouette pack, right? So the silhouette pack comes with the we don't know. I'm flipping through. Jesus Christ.
That's a dope looking gun.
That is a kit. Huge gun.
It's huge.
Man, get that kit and pair it with another. Pair it with the high new.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing, dude. When I actually was thinking about this today when I was at work, because I was looking at pictures of it and I was thinking, this, not only just this, dude, this with the girl kit, with the custom girl kit I have with the wings that come down, and she's got her feet in there and carry the gun.
That'd be crazy.
This looks insanely good. I kind of want to get this, but
for 80,
that's the thing, dude. It's so expensive. I would never use that form, but it's so expensive.
It's like a flight for people on Spotify of the Zeus silhouette pack. And you get the Destiny gun. I'm assuming the upgraded high grade from the movie.
The Destiny Spec 2, which I might just give to you.
Don't look at me.
Or CD. I might give it to CD. I don't need it. I'm not.
I have one seed in my collection because Ari took my parents to Hobbytown for Christmas and showed my dad, this is what I built, and she picked out. I'm assuming it's the Destiny. It's the box art looks like he's doing a Kamehameha and on a high grade. And
that's probably the Destiny.
Yeah, and then a rattle can of red. hyper red. Like that was it. So yeah. Oh, there you go.
There it is. Yeah, it's the Destiny.
Yeah. So it looks like it does come with that stand. Looks like it does come with that stand.
All right,
We got some
good.
box art coming. So we have the Jesus.
The comments. For those on Spotify, we're looking at Shrek lose his mind in the comments.
Because I'm assuming this kit looks like Shrek.
I'm thinking that's what they're going for.
And this is the PMX 002
Bullnock Saman
from Zeta.
from Zeta Gundam. Yep, it's got a head
The
sensor
high
on
grade?
top. Yeah, it's a high grade. Yep, and every color you look in there is color separated. There's barely. I think the only sticker in there is for the eye and for the head sensor on top. That's it.
Will Bandai be going backwards, you think, if you get a big sticker sheet in a new kit?
I mean, shoot, they do it now, man. What was that one kit we got this year? The sticker sheet was huge. It was P Bandai. Like the sticker sheet was as big as it was in the Seed Freedom high grades. Remember the one CD showed us, and he said the sticker
Yeah.
sheet was
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
the
yeah,
size of
yeah.
the box. Yeah, so in my opinion,
What are they doing? What is Bandai doing?
pumping them
Every
out.
now and then, like we don't want to. Maybe because this one's not really like sought after, they could take their time in doing the color separated parts. But like you said, if they're pumping out seed movie kits, right? Like I want to pump out. I need to forget the blue. Just make it white. We'll make stickers.
And I bet with the seed kits, they had to get them out fast because the movie was coming out. With the Bullnox Mon, they just took their time. They just said, "All right, let's just try to see if we can make this red piece on the quad actually a separate piece." Right, instead of the seed ones, there's a wing. There's like 3 colors on the wing. Just make the wing. The rest will be stickers. We can print stickers. It's whatever.
Right. 2 weeks.
Yeah,
We got 1,000 stickers. We got
Mike, Kevin, you have 30 minutes.
we have 100,000 stickers. Get them shits on the roller now.
You need to work through your lunches, guys. I'm sorry. You need to work through your lunches. I hope
I'm
you
not
send your
copping
kids-
this. I don't know. You're not copping this.
I am.
You are?
Yeah, I'm gonna get this. Yeah. Hey, man.
That's crazy. I just said I know you're not copping this. Like I know you, but apparently I don't.
No, you know me pretty well. Because remember, you've asked me several times, and I said yes each time, and I was excited for it. But just last week, I told you I wasn't interested in this. So you're going off that, and then now I'm back on it. I'm back
Due
on it.
to
I saw the backpack. The backpack is huge, and
if y'all don't know Austin, he has a type. He has a type, and we have discovered what that. Leave in the comments below, people. What do you think Austin's Gunpla type is?
I do have a type,
I'm telling you. It
and
never fails either.
and it's represented in almost everything I build, dude. In almost everything I build. Look right behind me.
I'm telling you, it is. So leave in the comments down below. What do y'all think Austin's Gunpla type is? Next up, we have the beautiful box art of the MGSD Triple XG 00WO Wing Gundam 0 EW. Mouthful right there. Pause. But this box art looks dope, man.
Question for you: do you prefer this box art over the Verka?
I like the simplicity of a Verka.
You know what I think? I was thinking this today as well. I would like a Verka to have both sides printed. One that's a Verka color and one that looks like this. So you can have 2 box arts. So when you put it on the shelf, you can have one displayed as one or the other.
I was watching, which I didn't know that Bandai did this. I was watching the homie Jimpy's AL. Shout out to him. Y'all go check out his page. Old videos. Just throwing something on in the background while I'm cleaning and stuff like that. And this is when he got onto his Gunpla kick. And he was at GameStop and he found the Providence, and I've never seen Bandai drop a regular release, and it was like a box art display exclusive. Like the Providence box was not the normal box. And then if I find the video, because it's on my work computer, so it's not on my history, but I'll try to pull it up and put it somewhere, screenshot it and put it somewhere on this picture here. But it's the box art is just not the normal Providence box art. It was almost like a box art exclusive. So I'm pretty sure Bandai could do. I know Bandai does exclusive box arts, right, for the
Mhm.
movie
Yeah,
Bandai, but this was a Providence Master Grade sitting at. I mean, Master Grade sitting at GameStop.
it was just a regular release master grade.
Regular release, and it just sit on the side, box art exclusive. So
Huh.
pretty dope to see. Like you said, that'd be dope. It'd be dope. I just wish a lot more things Bandai can really do. I would love to have this art print.
Yeah.
Put this in a 12x8 art print, whatever, 4x6. Start putting art prints in the box for some of these kits, Bandai.
It's funny you say that. There was a time when they did release. I don't know if it was on P Bandai, but it was some type of raffle you can get in Japan. The textless box art of several master grades. They had the Freedom 2.0, the Justice 2.0, the Master Grade 2.0 for the Arc 78, and a few other things. And it was a couple years back. But they do them sometimes. But I think it's so sparse, and it's like a raffle competition win thing. Like you might have to commission an artist to just get this, download the raw file, or they can find it and then remove the text.
This looks good. I like the box art. The blue underneath the wings. Man, the MGSD line, it's going to come up.
Three kits in.
Three kits in and 3 bangers at that.
Mhm.
3 bangers. I wonder what
Each
the
was
next
good.
one's going to be. It's probably going to be at this point. It's obviously going to be like a main suit, right? It's probably like it's not going to be like a side character suit.
So, do you think it's going to be a Sharzaku? Maybe they haven't done a Zaku.
Maybe RX.
Maybe in a regular Arc 78. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So wait,
They already condensed the PGU to RG.
Mhm.
Next thing we'll do is condense the RG or expand it to MGSD style.
So wait, we got the Barbatos, so Iron Blood Orphans, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Mobile Suit
and
Gundam
this,
Wing.
and that's
So
it.
what are we missing that's not UC?
That's not UC.
Yeah, because they're just doing stuff that's not UC right now. Is there anything else that's
G
major?
Gundam.
G Gundam. So yeah, there you go. So they're gonna do a God Gundam because they released the God stuff recently. That's probably what the next one's gonna be. Yeah, God Gundam. And then after that, they're not doing Gundam X because no one cares, even though it's a good series. They're not doing Build Divers or anything like that.
Which I found out by watching backstory of Gundam Wing. G Gundam is the first non-UC storyline from Gundam. I didn't know that.
Yep. The first one, and they experimented with the super robot type of ideas. And even though it did okay, it didn't want to pursue it anymore.
Man, I watched like this at work. I forgot the guy's name. He has a popular YouTube channel. He breaks down like old stuff too, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I didn't know he even did Gundam Wing, and I watch him break down Gundam Wing and how like it took over in the West, and it's really informational, really good. Like I'm a big Gundam Wing fan, but almost like the behind the scenes, like the two people that created Toonami, they sat down and watched like the first 7 episodes. It was like, yo, we need it over here. And at the time in like 1996 or 97, a policy came out where there has to be certain type of shows during the day for kids, right? That's why they created the Adult Swim. And the first Dragon Ball Z and Gundam Wing was the first 2 of the uncut series on Toonami. Because so it aired 12 times in a week, Gundam Wing.
Yep. If you ever, for those listening out there, if you ever want a good dive into what Cooper's talking about, there's looking into how Adult Swim, because there's documentaries of the creators of Adult Swim, what they did and how they got it running, and documentaries on Toonami. Those 2 documentaries are some of the most fascinating about anime in America I think I've ever seen. It's crazy. We are all really here because of literally 7 or 8 people. So
it's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah. And then just again, you don't stray far from the face of the franchise.
Wasn't the Barbatos the first one?
No, the seed was, but you don't stray too
Seed.
far away from
That's
it.
right. Seed.
It's
Seed
gonna
cell.
be. It's gonna be 3. It's gonna be in the top 3 of any type of new release. They did it
Top
with.
3.
They did it with Gundam Wing, not
Not the Zero.
the Zero itself.
Gundam Wing in general.
Well, because they did it with the Gundam Universe figures. It
Mm-hmm.
went RX, Unicorn. No, it went RX. Yeah, RX, Unicorn, and Wing Gundam was
Mhm.
the first 3. Right, first 3 of this. MGSD is the Wing Zeros in there. Right, first 2 of the Verkaz was the Wing Gundam. Right, so you're not straying too far from Gundam Wing. That was when you want to put something out there to sell.
Do you want to know something I found out that's kind of crazy recently?
What's that?
Recently about Verkaz. There's never been a Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Verka.
Which is extremely crazy.
Right? Weird, right?
Does that mean Katoki? Right? Yeah, Katoki.
Yeah,
does
Virgin
you think he
Katoki.
likes?
I
Think he
think
likes Seed?
I think he actually quietly, because Katoki quietly redesigns kits, but he doesn't put them as a Verka. The Gundam XS Superior Gundam, the newer release one, that
Mhm.
one is a Katoki redesign. The Zeta Plus C1 is a Katoki redesign. Almost a lot of the Sentinel stuff, and then apparently I think he might have redesigned the Freedom 2.0 a little bit, because it is different than the show, and he just doesn't say anything about it. He just doesn't put it out there.
His name's probably somewhere in those manuals.
Oh, dude, it has to be. They had to put it somewhere, just
Yeah.
in red text underneath the Bandai logo.
Right. So we're looking at the option part set from 30 Minute Sisters. This looks pretty dope. I like the visor and the
Mhm.
color scheme.
Visor looks dope. I would love to get this. What is it? $16?
Yeah, 16 bucks.
Yeah,
I say 19.99. I could see this being 19.99 at Hobby Town. The sticker on it that says 19.99. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah, 1999. Yeah, this would be nice.
and what is this?
Is this a figure?
I don't know.
This
But
has
if
to be a
it-
figure.
Sun
There's no
Wukong.
And that
It's a
Black
Sun
Myth,
Wukong.
that Black Myth Wukong doing crazy stuff.
Right. Is it? I don't know if it's a figure or not.
Dude, he's got feet and individual toes. This shit's a figure. I'm sorry, this stuff's a figure.
It might not be, big dog.
Dude, I cannot see this being a kid.
If it is, it's wild.
The amount of pieces just in the look at the shoulders.
They got a face. They got to.
Yeah,
I gotta get back into that game. I have to get back into that game.
Black Myth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
this
to
is,
get back into it.
dude. Yeah, nah. This has to be a figure. There's no way.
Could be.
Gundam Myth Wukong in the comments. Gundam Myth Wukong.
It is dope though. If you're a big Wukong like lore
Mhm.
fan. Next up, we have the picture of the Adonis, right? That 1/100 Adonis, third party one.
Bro, third parties don't care.
At this point, right?
They're making they're copy and pasting whatever they can,
Is
brother.
that a GN drive?
Yeah, this is the beginning Gundam
Oh, that's right.
from 00. Yeah, they don't care. The same beam rifle with the same connection thing. That was copy and paste.
There you go.
Oh Lord! But you know what? If Bandai's not going to do it, somebody's going to.
Right. Here's just more photos of
Bolnak Saman.
Bolnak Saman. Sheesh.
Yeah, that backpack's crazy, bro.
What about the backpack though?
Not just its size. It's ridiculously big. The whole thing reminds me of Bumblebee from Transformers.
It does give that feeling. The head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This
the
is a
head,
dope
the
pose.
proportions. I'm
Right.
sorry.
This is a dope pose if you put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that seam line right there, Jack.
I hope that's a actual like plan seem like it's designed to be like that. Because if it's not,
sir. No,
if it's
sir.
not,
No, sir.
that's some putty. That is some putty time.
That
is Ooh,
that's not a plain seam line.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
I have no other way you could even put that on.
You could drive down that.
Yeah.
Oof. Still looks good.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. The proportions look cartoony. I don't think I'm gonna paint it that green though. I think we would probably add some more different colors into it. But yeah, that green is like mint green, like on the new IBO kit. Oh, there we go.
Here is some pictures of the Wing Zero.
Big wings, big wings.
This looks amazing.
That looked way. I like that one way better. If you go back to that pose where it's launching towards you. There we go. Like that. The layout, the wings are that way. Look great.
Oh,
and you know
closed, like almost closed.
Yeah, almost closed, but still flared out. So they're like directional. And I think it's because that scene looks like it's from the actual, like from the movie when he's engaging the Shinlong.
Yeah,
the Taku.
Yep. I'm just gonna have it like that.
Down the desk,
right there on the desk, looking just like that.
Water slide decals.
Absolutely.
Fully painted.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Pre-cut masking tape.
Pre-cut
Absolutely.
The pre-cut masking that comes with the decals.
Photo? No. No. Well, maybe.
But are you going with the
we're
G
looking for
reworks?
photo? We're looking G reworks. We're looking photo etch. We're looking the whole kit and caboodle.
Whole gambit.
The whole 9 yards here.
When this comes in, this is your number one priority.
No.
Once ODO's finished.
No, because I know I have to wait until maybe cut up. Maybe it gets cut up. I know I'm gonna have to wait for like the photo etch to come because unless the photo etch is like a day one release when it around the time this comes out and the pre-cut masking tape, like how it was for the RG 2.0, then if it's stopping priorities.
Is this not out in Japan already? Am I wrong? Or is this launching in the US? This might be launching in the 30th. US.
This comes out this week.
I think it's probably launching in Japan first, but I could be wrong. But if it's not and it launches in the US, that would be wicked. Yeah, I can see you going to the whole 9 yards with this, especially once that G rework decals and those shots come in. I can already see it, man. We're on the podcast and you're just like, all right, so what's new? Just skipped everything, go directly to the decals.
Man, this looks amazing. This looks crazy. Man, look at that. With the music, just imagine that music in the back. Come on,
what are you doing? Don't you know Relina Peacecraft is here? Roger that.
Right. Shoot away, right? Pretty much. Then we have kind of wrapping it up.
There's a P Bandai. Is that a P Bandai Witcher Mercury kit right below the Wing Gundam?
Yep, P Bandai the Looster. Looks like Halo.
I was just about. It looks like a Grunt Foot Soldier Halo kit.
Get this and do what you got to do and pair it with the GM Spartan.
Yeah,
almost like it's like a little helper.
Yeah, this looks like an ODST trooper for sure. Yeah. Why is this P Bandai?
At this point, I want to assume everything that comes out for is this not Wish for Mercury?
This is Wish for Mercury, yeah.
I want to assume probably any new kit Wish for Mercury is probably going to come out P Bandai.
Huh. Okay. There you go.
I like the back skirt. Color separate right here, and then throw some chrome or some silver right here.
Do some scribing, just lines straight across, parallel, a perpendicular line for the vents, and then a parallel line.
This would be if done up right. It'd be a pretty good looking kit.
Not a bad kit. Not bad. Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty decent. Once again, why is this P Bandai? This should be a regular release. This is pretty good. Is there a lot of weapons or accessories with it? Or backpack missiles? No, that's kind of a standard setup. I guess
I might pick this up.
Oh, really?
Dog, I might pick this up. I like it's enough that you don't have to scribe, but if you do scribe, it will look good too. Won't look like it's too much. And then you can get this and weather it and put it with some like dynamic poses or like some like infantry type stuff.
If you have like a street diorama, you could have
street diorama, jungle diorama, snow diorama. Like that will look pretty. It will look sick. Almost on some scope dog without being scope dog.
It's almost $30.
Yeah,
I guess that's all the. Well, that backpack is actually for troops, like transporting troops, so that's pretty cool. It even comes like a little step ladder for people. But okay, all right, $30.
I might pick this up, man. I have obviously haven't seen it in the show because I didn't get too far in the show. But
This is not in the show. I've never seen
even
this one once.
better.
You don't have to sit through an episode that you don't want to watch at the building.
What are we doing here?
Cubel. Oh, this is third party Cubel. Third parties don't care, man. They don't care.
Wow. We're looking at third party Cubele.
Whoa, does it come with a?
It better not come on a Haman figure, yo.
No
It better
way.
not. Maybe this is painted.
No
Maybe this is
way.
painted.
No way. Dude, they have the cojones. They have cojones, bro. They don't care about any piece of paper coming from Bandai, bro. They ain't picking up the phone. They ain't picking up the phone. They're gonna finish it.
Wait a minute, dog. Wait a minute. I gotta translate this because if this thing says, if this thing shows on this translate that it's
Hamad,
it comes with this, that's crazy.
there's no way. No way. This can't be real.
Come
It
on.
comes with a
It says
Hamad.
it's Chinese.
Is it Chinese?
It says Chinese. I'm trying to get the Google Translate, but it's not picking up. It's not picking up.
It might be the screen flickering.
Yeah. Come on now.
Dude, that's insane. I mean, we all know who
Yeah.
this is. It's just a question of
But if it comes with it, and that's a fully articulated figure. Look at the elbows.
yeah. Dude, this comes with cloth. Actual
If-
real cloth.
If it comes, if it's the size of like a girl
Frame arms
kit,
girl.
frame
Yeah,
arms
one-
girl, it might be
1/12 or
worth the
1/10.
cop.
1/12 or 1/10, you get a girl kit out of this Cubele.
It might be worth the cop.
And it's 299 Chinese yen, so it's only $3.
Oh, this is the deluxe edition. So you get the deluxe
Come on,
edition
lights.
comes. Looks like the deluxe edition comes with a different face sculpt and backpack, propellant
And chest
tanks.
plate. Yeah. I guess to turn it into the Cubele mass production type. Bro.
So for 99, you get the stand, the weapons, and a suit. For 298, you get the kit, weapons, stand, Harmon, and an added backpack. The P Bandai. So it's like, which one you want? You want P Bandai now, or you want your standard release? Wow.
Jeez.
You and look what they did. There was like, let's face her looking that way, so we don't get nobody be like, yo, is that her? No, you can't tell.
Well, I mean, it looks like a woman you don't know. You're like, well, I mean, she has pink hair. You don't know. Like, well, she has a cape with the Xeon logo, Neo Xeon logo on it. No, that's not Neo Xeon. That's New Xeon.
New
What?
Well, and I'm looking at the comments. It is 1/120th scale.
1/20th scale. That can't be.
1/120th.
1/20. That can't be. That would
No.
be enormous.
1/120.
Oh, okay. So 1/120. Okay, so it's
Gotcha.
so it's a little bit smaller than a 1/100. Just a
But
tad
bigger than the RG.
but bigger than RG. Okay.
And the suit itself is a big suit.
Yeah, the Cubele is pretty large just on its own, so
So-
I guess that's fine. So what
It's
metal
worth it.
figure? Metal figure size then? These metal figures aren't they running a little bit smaller?
Kshatriya?
Do the metal figures not run a little bit smaller
A little bit smaller compared to
than Master Grades? Am I wrong?
than the Master Grades. Yes, I'm trying to think about the Kshatriya 144th is bigger. Is that bigger than the Cubele 1/100?
I think they're almost the same size. I know the Nightingale 144th is bigger than the Cubele 1/100 in length, but not height.
Yeah.
So
The Kshatriya might be bigger than the Cubele. I'm trying to think about because what's homie's name? His wife did the Cubele. No, he did the Cubele. It's in the case at Hobbytown.
yeah,
Yes.
not John, Kim, not Kim, Kevin.
Starts
not
with a
Kevin.
T.
Tom.
Starts with a T. Tom.
Sorry, Tom. Good people.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for what's new. Man, there's a whole lot we went through. Let us know in the comments who's picking up that Wing Zero Day One. Who's picking it up? Who's going to join me? Who's going to sit back and watch me watch Endless Waltz? Build that or watch Endless Waltz? Nobody, because I probably won't. Why did I say watch me like I'm going to go live and build it? But
Got 3
who's going to
cameras set
join
up.
me? Join me. That's what I'm thinking of. Join
There
me
you go.
in unison. We'll just build and watch Endless Waltz live. Not live, Coop. What the hell are you talking about? Just in like y'all.
What's the next segment, Coop?
Right. Look, I'm under some medication. Just let y'all know now.
Hey,
Jack Daniels medication.
I've learned. Make sure that the man really needs help before you throw the life raft.
Next up, we have Hold That Thought. Not a whole lot going on in the world. We do have some Black Friday deals out there, so make sure y'all go check out some Amazon,
Walmart, Target, Best Buy.
PlayStation Portal got that update that came out, so you can make it a standalone,
Yep.
kind of a standalone system, quasi standalone system.
Speaking of that, Xbox is now working on a portable handheld gaming system to compete with the Steam Deck. Sony just announced today or yesterday that they're working on a portable handheld that's not officially announced, but the leak was confirmed that they are working on a new PSP Vita. The future is handhelds, everybody. We are going back to 2001.
Yep. I'm going to stash away $20 almost every payday at this point, because when they announced that, the question is, do you wait? Is there? Let me think. We already passed the 30th anniversary, so it's not going to be like a 35th anniversary. So we'll be able to get that handheld PlayStation. Yeah, day when it drops. I want to get that. That's for sure. Add the PSP. Actually,
I've had 3 generations of the PSP. PSP 1000, 2000, and 3000. I didn't get the Go or the Vita, unfortunately. But the PSP 1, I jailbroke immediately, downloaded that APK file, and had it running PS1 games day one. That joint was amazing. There it is. There's the Vita.
PSP Vita or the PlayStation. Does it still? Do we still got some life in it?
Might need a charge.
Yeah, it might need a charge. It has that wacky charger too.
Yeah, the proprietary cables.
Yeah.
Sony did themselves no favor with making up new cables. Right. They couldn't have just used what everyone else was using.
Well, now they are. They're like, well, I guess so. Let me see what games in here. I was trying to jailbreak this. So in here we have Spider-Man 1, an Amazing Spider-Man from the PS Vita. We were jamming out too last time I sat down and played it. Man, I need to get like a stand for it and like put it up, clean it off, and put it up. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. You put me on to.
I'll put you onto this thread. This guy's thread profile. He's a big retro video game collector, and with some of the pictures, you'll see it later, but you're gonna be like, yes, I might have to get back into collecting video games, because Jesus, these PSPs, these classic systems from the early 2000s are starting to look very pretty.
Yeah, almost that vintage look. And I bet you that's what like our parents said about like records and vinyls. Like, and now look at vinyls now, right? Like you see a vinyl, right? You're like, man, it looks good. But back in like 2000, it was like, oh no, I don't want a vinyl, I want a CD.
CDs were the new art form, but you know what? In 10 years, CDs are now going to be the collectible thing where people put on their shelves. I think vinyl lasts because the artwork is so big; it's kind of an art piece in the house. The CDs are so small; they kind of don't work that way. But I bet a shelf of CDs lined up. But dude, the PSP, especially the PSP, those game cartridge, those collectible game cartridges, the physical ones, the UMDs, they're starting to look nice, and the prices are starting to go a little bit up on them. So, shout out to anybody if you guys have any. Take a quick look, see if you got anything. It might be worth it. It might be worth the money. But yeah, they're starting to look pretty darn pretty. I mean, pretty darn pretty. They're starting to look really good. Really good.
So definitely want to pick if it comes out with a new PlayStation handheld. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I don't think I saw actually I'd never seen this until the other day. Heard about it, almost like vaguely heard about it, which made me vaguely remember about it. But the boot up system for the PlayStation X. Have you seen that?
I have, but only on YouTube, never in
Yeah,
person.
never in person. I've never seen it even on YouTube. But I was on TikTok and I was like, PSX. And I thought it was like fake. And then the guy unboxed it, plugged every, the ASMR, plugging everything in and booted it up. And I was like, wow. So what's the PlayStation X between like PlayStation 2 and 3, or was it supposed to be like
it was a PlayStation 2 that had a TV. You remember how everyone had the DVRs?
Yeah.
It was a PlayStation 2 essentially with a DVR built in. It was a DVR with a PlayStation 2 built into it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it had a few other features if I remember correctly, but it was its own unique system, its own unique boot up. Because Sony back in the day, they were just, the PS2 was so successful that Sony could literally take a PS2 and put it in anything, try new ideas, just try wacky, crazy stuff, and see what stuck to the fan. I think the PSX ended up failing pretty hard, even in Japan, so it never really made it to the US all that much. But yeah, no, it was one of those unique little tidbits of history. I mean, there's stuff like the Saturn that has the CD adapter that was added onto it. There's the GameCube online connection adapter, stuff like that. There's some wacky accessories.
Man, it's fun going back and watching some of those videos of like on TikTok, not going back, but watching people take the accessories of a GameCube and like trick it out. Like I don't know if you ever heard of DK Oldies. It's a company. I see them on TikTok. They pretty much specialize in retroing video games, like retro video games. He took a GameCube and added like the monitor, the internet connection, the Game Boy connection, the extra rump. Like I was like, I forgot all that came with it. Like completely forgot you could buy an attachment to your GameCube to play your Game Boy games. That I was like, whoa, take me back, man. And
dude, Austin Evans on YouTube. I know everybody's probably seen the video because he has like 7 million views per video now. But he does the ultimate builds where he would buy every ultimate accessory that would trick out any console. He had a PS4 when PS4 like was only like pretty early in its life cycle, that he expanded to a 2 terabyte hard drive with I think an onboard display monitor with like an extra 16 gigs of RAM or something like that. He essentially made the PS5 in a PS4.
Golly. Man, I tell you, it's just, I don't know when obviously back then as a kid, gaming was better, right?
Yes.
But obviously now technology is better. So what era would you want to
go back?
Would you want to go back or just kind of like sit still?
Oh, dude, that is a hard one, man. That's a hard one. The PS1 has some good memories, but the graphics weren't good enough. The PS2 had that PS2 era had, in my opinion, the greatest lineup of games ever released.
But for you though,
but for me, it would be probably the PS2 era. But I think the best era the best era to stick in would probably be the Xbox 360. That was right at the time when Game Passes, DLCs, all the extra stuff was just starting to kick in, and all single player games were still amazing because they didn't have to add or cater to that stuff.
Yeah. So I say about the same, man. That the Xbox 3, I've never owned an Xbox 360, but you know the
PS3,
the PS3 is competitive, right? Like so
goated.
That era is like. Man, the PS3 running Madden, NCAA, those vintage games, but damn,
man,
that's a tough one.
That's a tough. It's the PS2 era or the PS3 / Xbox 360 era. It's those two, in my opinion, are the greatest era of video games ever.
What you said, PS2?
The PS2 era, which was the PS2, the original Xbox, and Nintendo 64,
the GameCube.
The GameCube. You're right. I'm sorry, the GameCube.
The GameCube.
And then the 360 was the PS3 and the Wii. The original one, not the Wii U.
White Wii.
Yeah, the white one. And dude, those two eras were back to back. In my opinion, the greatest era of video game. Like we're still playing those games that have remasters coming out of them.
But it's hard because there's always that nostalgic game on every era that like so I will have to take and compete N64 Mario Kart with Xbox, like Halo versus PlayStation 3, whatever title that is, right? Or like,
it's hard. It's hard.
It's a tough question.
That's a toughie, man. I mean, we know that it's not this generation. We know for a fact it's not this one.
Yeah, the PS5. I mean, granted, it's a great system. The Xbox and all that, they're great power systems. But making memories, unless you're like 10 to 20 years old, you're probably not really making. In our age, you're not making those hard-on memories.
Hey man, we were at dinner talking about this. We for those who don't know, we do hang out in real life. But we were at a friend's birthday dinner. We had a conversation about Face the franchise for PlayStation, and you said it's Here's Zero Dawn, and I was a bit high, a little bit, not high. I was a bit high on the mountain of no, it can't be. It has to be Sly Cooper or something like that. But then I thought about it and I said, no, Cooper's right. He has a point. There's no other games in this generation. Ratchet and Clank came out for the PS5, but no one really ran to buy out a PS5 for that. People ran out to get Horizon because of how it looked. But then I was kind of sad. I was beating that. I was like, dude, there's nothing.
It funneled down, dog. It funneled down. It started off with like we listed off like 10 titles for PS2's like heavy hitters, Spyro, or Sony back in the day, PlayStation. Right? Yes, Spyro. Damn,
Sly Cooper,
Ratchet and Clank, like you
Crash Bandicoot, Tomb Raider, Gran Turismo. The list goes on, dude.
And for people that don't know, Grand Theft Auto for quite some time.
Grand Theft Auto was exclusively on consoles.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was exclusively to the PlayStation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it didn't get to.
Oh, you're right.
I think San Andreas might have gotten on the Xbox.
It did, yeah.
San Andreas got on the Xbox, but I think Vice City. I think eventually because they dropped the triple pack where you get San Andreas, Vice City, and 3. But PlayStation 2 had Grand Theft Auto 3 alone. Like you had to get a PlayStation 2 for Grand Theft Auto 3.
The original Need for Speed Underground as well.
Yeah, because I think Xbox had what Midnight Club was Midnight Club.
I think the Midnight Club, and then Burnout 3 Takedown was on everything. Yeah.
So it's
I feel bad for I feel bad for my nephew and nieces right now. All they know is Fortnite.
That's it.
Fortnite and Roblox, and it's all PC stuff. I don't know. Maybe we're getting old men syndrome already.
Get off my yard, not yard. Get off my yard, type of thing. So let us know in the comments what era of gaming was best for you. What was your favorite game title? What was the one that y'all ran a blockbuster to make sure, man, is this in? I have a few. Halo being one of them. Zelda, Majora's Mask. Getting like Zelda Majora's Mask from Blockbuster and you pop it in N64 and you get the moment you boot it up, somebody has like 15 hearts. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have somebody's game saved. So, don't know where you at. I'm just running around, right? So let us know in the comments down below, people, your favorite era and one of your favorite titles from that era of gaming.
The Nintendo Switch technically will count for this era. So if you say this era and you say it's because of Nintendo Switch, we will count that. Even though technically the Switch came out last era.
Yeah. PS4?
The Switch came out in the toward the end of the PS4 era.
And Nintendo takes a long time to make systems. They'll bleed that. They'll bleed. I think there's probably still people playing the Wii U.
Do you know what's weird? The Wii U is actually the Nintendo Switch is still the same price as it is when it originally launched 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. They never dropped the price.
They came out with 2 of them since then.
They came out with 3 of them. 3 of them.
Oh yeah, 3 of them. That's right. The light and OLED. Damn.
Yeah, 141 million sales. Almost a PS2 number.
They are milking that Mario. I think they just
Breath
dropped
of the Wild.
Zelda and Mario is holding up that Nintendo. And Pokemon is and
Pokemon's nowhere. I mean, they have Pokemon games, but nobody likes them right now. I mean, Power World's killing them.
That Pokemon game for the Switch was on everybody's wish list, man. That one that's like an RPG open world type of Pokemon game. Man. Let us know in the comments down below, people. Next up, we have Creators Corner. We're trying to bring back some Creators Corners, shouting out and spotlighting some builders that's on Instagram that typically might not be seen, but their work speaks for themselves. I could go first. Man, I started following this guy actually today, but I've been seeing his pictures come up on threads. We talked about his pictures, even in personal group chats. Like, man, Austin was send a screenshot. Excuse me. Austin was send a screenshot, and I'm like, man. I sent one actually today, and I was like, look at this, man. This is amazing. Didn't know who the builder was because I was just finding like I think it was on threads. I was just working, scrolling and stuff like that, and then I found him on Instagram, and man, his work is phenomenal. And I'm looking at D_JUS just you heard. So D_just you heard. And he is working on the monument. And if y'all been seeing like the shaded monument around, this is the guy. People, you on your search page and you scrolling, you seeing whatever you look at, whatever your cars, Lamborghinis, twerking videos, a little bit of Gundam, right? A little bit of Asian women. This is that Hobbies that's been popping up, right? Or the monument. And this looks phenomenal, bro. This is Target. It's the monument in the Target's one colorway. And I mean, this looks absolutely phenomenal, man.
Down to the fingers, brother. This is now I don't use the word perfection that often, but this is damn near it. This is exactly in my head I would want to paint it and want it to look like. And I have yet to see a flaw. I see nothing, man. This dude, and he's quick. Have you noticed? Like, he's rolling.
Yeah, he's rolling through them. Because what was the date on this one? This was a week ago, right? And then you get this a day ago.
6 days.
It's about 6 days. The shading on it is sometimes you see certain kits, you're like, that's the subtle shading is good, but that sometimes that harsh shading, especially on a Targies, especially on a Targies-esque type mobile, right? Always, I'm a sucker for it. I've seen the one where it's like, I think it was on Pinterest. The Targies was shaded like this with his arms folded, and I was like, mind blown. That's what before I started like really getting into painting. But this right here is phenomenal. Looks like he's a big Gundam Wing fan, so he's already a one notch up in my book.
And Transformers fan.
And a Transformers fan. We have the Wing Gundam. It looks like this is the master grade version of the TV animated stuff. Got some heavy hitters back there in the back too. See the Psycho Gundam.
I see a tier 1 Hazel.
The Hazel, Granddaddy. He did the Ultron or Nataku, or whatever you prefer. The resin build of Glory to Illusion expansion, fully painted. Looks amazing as well. Then you just see these builders, you're like, how, for toy photography as well, using some LEDs, some flame or explosion LEDs behind it. Artists as well. I want to assume that's what probably why the algorithm wasn't picking up in the Gunpla stuff, because of the artwork.
Start with the artwork first, yeah.
But
so probably put him in that bracket.
Yeah. This is just a Wing Zero. It looks like it's just the pose is already there. It's just the standard 2014, whatever. 2004, whatever that
Master Grade. The older Master Grade, yeah. Matter of fact, it was in Hobby Town I was at. But the Federica, yeah. This actually looks good. I thought it was, I was like, well, this doesn't look like the regular TV one. And I zoomed in, I was like, oh, it's the Feta, the Frida Chica.
No, this is the RG.
This is the RG?
This is either the Verka or the
No, this is the Verka. Yep, I look at it right there. There, 100 Gundam Wing Verka. EW
this
Verka.
is the second one. This is the second one.
But the picture before this, or after this, I think it's the Federica. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took
that looks good.
Fenice custom.
Fenice, that's it.
Yeah. This looks good. Again, another Gundam Wing fan. I enjoy looking at some some matte flat coated Gundam wing kits, and he is snapping both physically and whatever you want to call it on this monument, man. So keep up the good work, bruh. We see you. Hopefully, other people can recognize how dope your work is. Again, that is D as in Delta _ JUS .U as an umbrella .herd HEARD on Instagram. I'm pretty sure he has the threads as well because I've seen his stuff pop up on threads. So check him out. Pretty dope work, man. Some of these builders, you just don't see it enough. You don't see them enough, and it might be because of their algorithm or whatever the case may be. But give these people show them some love and let them know the Undergated sent y'all his way. Right. Next up, Austin, you're gonna talk about another dope builder. Let's see what we have here. Ooh,
Yeah.
talk to me, Austin. He got a follow out of me.
Yep. So, like I said, you were talking about it earlier, appreciating, and you actually kind of took you took something I was actually going to talk about later. But no, what caught me off guard was this guy's level of control with that airbrush, that level of shading.
And this guy being
I'm sorry, Twisted Nerve _builds. These builds have been throwing me back a little bit and just taking a look at them. I mean, right now we're looking at the new Gundam, but the way it's painted, the color choices, the fact that the dark black areas are like almost like a sanded gray. It's like it is gorgeous. I fell in love with it right away. And this guy's style of just painting and
it looks like your style.
Right, it looks a little bit like my style, right? So
Not
I think that's
your
probably
style,
what.
but that style. I don't want people to think like, oh, Austin, I did this. Relax.
Austin created shading. He's 200 years old.
No, it looks like the style that Austin would like. That's what I'm.
I got you. Yeah,
I know you got me. Sometimes the people out there, you know what I'm saying. You gotta be mindful of the people out there. Usually I don't throw disclaimers, but I heard somebody in my ear already. Like, Lee, man.
hey, man. People gonna be people. But hey, this is this. I mean, look at the shield. Look at the bazooka. Like this almost looks like one of those professional builds you get out, like not professional, one of those figures you get out of a box you purchase. It looks so good. This is I want that. I want that. But here we go. This is the shaded I forgot the Flugel.
Flugel.
And the thing that drew me was not only the wings. Look at the shading on the wings, especially where the panels are separated. You can tell in the big bulk, the gold is shaded too, and the gold retained its shimmer, even though you have a flat coat. But the spear in his the spear, that not the one with the I'm sorry, the halberd, is it? The one where the guys with the horses are riding and they hit each other with. The level of shading on that is gorgeous. Yeah, that one. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It looks like real steel too, man.
Yeah, dude, the gold is what got me, because look, the bird on especially the side of the wing where it's darker on the edges there, like almost black, but fades into gold, is just just perfect. And he only has like 900 followers. I don't know, man.
Wow.
The algorithm was just not having it with this dude. But yeah, no, dude, look at that. The 8th MS team when the goof stabs the gun tank with the with his broadsword.
Yeah, and it's just attention to detail, man. Attention to detail. The Flugel has LEDs in it.
Detail under the shield.
Under the shield is amazing.
Something you'll never see too. But see what I mean? That gold, that shaded gold. That's something. Now, earlier in the show, we kind of alluded to it. I don't use metallics because they're notoriously hard to shade and keep shine to them. So this dude, how he's done it, and you can even tell where he didn't even prime the whole thing. You can tell underneath that you still have the gold there, probably where he taped it. But I mean, the fact that he got it to that level is absolutely incredible. I would like to know how. I'm probably gonna hit this guy a DM and then see if I can pick his brain a bit. How he got there, but also he's a big fan of Valkyries.
Jeez,
And
that
the
looks
Valkyries. Oh boy, look at the
good.
shading on the legs. Look at the legs.
Look
on the
at
dragon.
another right here.
Yeah, with the pylons and the wings and the missiles, dude. Everything on
Sheesh.
this looks amazing. This looks like something you buy out of a store, like it's already built. Looks like this. On
It
the
definitely
shelf.
looks like a statue.
It looks
It
like a
definitely
statue.
like a statue. Like like this would be like $300 painted, 1 out of 5,000 type
Something,
of statue.
something that gets a plaque of official
Right.
product or something like that with it. Yeah, that comes with like the master DVD box set. So yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion, I said I don't use the word perfection a lot, but tonight I've been using it pretty much almost every other time. So his builds are damn near perfection for me. This is what I want my stuff to look like. I think
Ooh.
I think he is a cut above the rest, in my opinion. But yeah, it's pretty darn good.
So
And
keep up the good work, bro.
yeah.
The RG new Gundam always looks good. I don't think he might have done extra panel line. I don't know if
I think he did just a little bit.
Yeah.
But then this is why I'm saying subtle scribing. Like some people go nuts with scribing, and I'm just like, sometimes you don't need a lot. Sometimes you just need enough. Knowing when to stop is hard.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And again, that is twisted. It's a twisted common spelling.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Nerve, NERV _builds. So twisted nerve, almost nerve like for my Evangelion fans out there, right? And then _builds.
If you're listening on Spotify, go to YouTube, check out the channel, check out our video, and you'll see it directly. These are all.
Or just if it saves you some time, don't even
go to
watch
Instagram.
the video.
Yeah,
don't even worry about giving us a view. Go straight to Instagram and
give this man a follow. Give these two guys a follow.
Two good, dope builders who almost take the level of shading. Like I could sit back and be like, man, just trying to pick these apart, both the monument and like. Wow.
Even the canopy. Dude, look at cheese, bro. I'm
not even a Macross guy. I'm gonna let you know that right now. This makes me want to get one.
Dude, this looks so good.
Wow. Shout out to you, big dog. Keep up the great work. I'm glad to be able to have your account to show people, man, because people like them, you would think that they would have boatloads of followers and just off their builds. If I saw that Valkyrie, I'd be like, oh yeah, at least minimum of 6,000 followers on Instagram. That type of work, right? Like, what? 945? Come on, no way, no way.
Makes no sense. No sense to me.
Right. So next up, we're going to go into our kind of topic for today. It is the holiday season. Tomorrow, if you're watching this, the day of release. Happy Thanksgiving, or whenever you watch. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And it's the Undergated wants to show some thanks, wants to show some love. We want to show gratitude. We try to show it almost on every episode if we can, but especially this week, since this is a time of showing thanks. So this is the Undergated wants to thank blank. So Austin and I were going to go kind of not back and forth, but we're just want to give some thanks to some people or some companies, whomever, that feel like they should get the thanks. And first and foremost, we wanted to start off, CD even included, the Undergated want to give thanks to the viewers and listeners and supporters of the pod. We are here after 2 years. We want to let y'all know that majority of the time is making sure that we get and produce dope content for the podcast, because we want to be able to give y'all our best every time we come onto the podcast each and every week and give y'all something to listen to, give y'all something to tune into, help you out through y'all week. And the people that let us know, like, hey, we listen to you all on the way to work, I listen to you at work. I listen to you at the gym. I listen to you while I listen to y'all while we grocery shop. I listen to y'all while I babysit, while I build, of course. We want to say thanks to everyone that tunes in and supports. We appreciate y'all, from the likes, the shares, the views, all of it.
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't have said it better. All y'all that tune in every time, it makes this a whole experience worth it. So thank y'all once again for another year.
Absolutely. And just another year, just in general, right? Like a lot of we as in the Undergated, us three, have done a whole lot within this last year. We ran into a whole lot of people that we had no clue that we was going to run into at this time last year, at the top of January of 2024, right? Met dope people at the Plamo event, at ODOs, at Fairfax, that competition up there, the IPMS competition that One Punch Sam was telling us about. So just a whole lot of people that support, and they let us know. They come up to me often on CD. I know CD when he goes to the Hobby Town builds or the Flight Museum with Gunpla. It lets us know. So we appreciate all that. So that's who the Undergated wants to thank first. Yeah, you want to give any thanks to whomever, Austin?
Yeah. I would like to give a thanks to a couple people, in particular, Burial Gunpla. I would like to give a thanks to him, a fellow AOZ brother. He keeps me up to date on all of the. He informed me that there is some AOZ 100 kits out there that Bandai doesn't make, but they do exist, and there is a way to get them. He informs me all the time when they come out, and I'm very grateful because I have eye candy to look at something, and then I look at the price and realize I do have to buy groceries. But but I appreciate it because it makes the inner boy in me go, yeah, there is a possibility. It is real. Like every time he shows me something, he's like the Loch Ness monster, like proof the Loch Ness monster is real. Like just right. Like, it is real. I want to give a shout out to Mean Mug. Mean Mug did a shout me out one time, and he said he really was a fan of my builds, and I gotta say, Mean Mug, I'm a fan of your builds. Thank you for shouting me out.
Goonies podcast
and the whole Goonies podcast. Thank you
Goonies
for
podcast.
They shouted us out, so thank you. You guys are doing great. Keep up your work. I'll shoot up. What is it? Gunpla Skyfire. Gunpla Goon, Mean Mug, and Jesus. Now that I'm saying it, I forgot the last name. Forgive me.
Goose over there.
Goose. Well, how can I forget Goose? I met him. How can I forget the ones I meet? But
well, you
good work.
Sometimes when I talk to you.
That is true. True. I've forgotten. I've called you different names sometimes, which I've to your face. That same exact look you have right there was the same look you gave me. We were having a good time.
I'm telling you, I have diffused future Coop. I'll tell y'all that now. There was gonna be a time where Coop in the future was gonna be pissed, but I said, you know what? No, because of Austin's memory.
And it was scary is that when you said it, my brain was just like, oh yeah, you were going to do that in the future. Like, you say you're not going to, and you believe yourself, but you're going to do it.
Right.
But yeah, thanks to geez, there's so many people I want to thank. It's you know what, I'll save that for the end of the year get the whole list. But for real quick, just those people, and also other people who tune in. I know Cobra Plug was he's always willing to give advice and little like tidbits on how to work out. He'll look at my pictures and he'll like do little critiques, which I actually appreciate because there'll be some things I miss. Like I'm just
free
like
game.
Yeah, I was like didn't see that, or something like I did see, but I was like, I'm not gonna bother with it or tips, or he's like, hey, would you do that? Do this, and I was like, all right, cool, I got you, I'll take that. And then those people, and I guess other companies and stuff like that.
What I mean by companies, I want to say shout out, and I want to give thanks to Vulcan Hobby. Vulcan Hobby in general. I know we shout him out at the end of every episode, but Vulcan Hobby, he puts on a lot. He takes care of us as a team, right? I know he does the Plamo event, and seeing that kind of behind the scenes, firsthand, and almost like behind the scenes. Like it's a difference seeing a guy kind of bounce back and forth, boom, 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 at a hotel dining hall type area, right? But knowing what goes into it, knowing that, hey, we got to go get the business license, we got to go get the tax, we got to go over here, go over there.
Oh, we definitely got a lesson in that.
Yeah.
We definitely got a first-hand lesson in that.
So seeing all the work that Chris and the Vulcan team puts in for the Plamo event, and if you, and people, when I tell y'all, and I'm not just saying this because, you know, like I said, Vulcan Hobby shows a lot of love. I'm saying this because I've been to a lot of competitions. What Vulcan Hobby is doing with the Plamo events is first class tier Gunpla sci-fi type of competition. First class tier. This isn't at a, last year was not at no warehouse. It wasn't in a high school auditorium cafeteria. Right? This wasn't at your local hobby shop. This was at some art looking museum.
Convention center.
It felt like a convention, and what he did there was phenomenal. And what he does again for the pod, we want to say thank you, brother Chris, and the team Vulcan in general. We appreciate y'all. Much love and respect. They have grown from being a company to being at this point part of like the family. I've talked to Chris about a lot of things outside of Gunpla, work, school, life in general. 2-3 hours on the phone. So shout out to him. We got something. We might have something in the works with him in the future as well. So can't wait for that. I want to give thanks to these third-party companies, man, giving us these kits that Bandai doesn't want to do. And that's, we have, let me make sure people hear me. We have a 1/60th scale Toggies, damn near Toggies. A 1/60th scale Toggies-esque mobile suit.
All it needs is the Tallgeese decals.
Mind blowing to me how we have a lot of I know I've said it before. This is not the conversation of game changer versus game manager, but I do appreciate what these third-party companies are doing. They're giving the kits or the suits that we've been wanting. The Solomon, a lot of people wanted a 2.0 Solomon, or is there is a 2.0 Solomon, right?
The
Master Grade?
It is, yeah, this is Master Grade, but we'll just call it Solomon because it's
okay, so there's Bandai only has one Master Grade Solomon, right?
Oh, Bandai brand. Yes, there's one. Yeah.
Bandai brand, and now we have a somewhat of a small PGU-esque Solomon. So there is the third-party companies are giving us what we're looking for. So I want to, the Undergated wants to say thank you to y'all. Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
I've never been surprised at how easy it is to get a wound ward, and it's a third party, but there's not really much third. $30 for a wound ward anytime I want.
Can't beat it. The Spartan. I mean,
the
all
Spartan.
of it.
Yeah,
So,
and to go back to the point where the Plamo event, I've been now to 3-4 build tournaments. Clearly, the Plamo event out of all of them is the one that's special. That truly is special.
yeah.
But also I like to give thanks. Just a quick shout out to my extended family, Joe at Hobbytown, Kenneth at Hobbytown, and all the guys at the Builders of Newport News. So all y'all there, always fantastic to talk to y'all, hang out, give advice. Joe, one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. Kenneth, one of the least realist guys I've ever met in my life. And a happy birthday to you, good sir. That whole crew over there, especially Gundam Builders of Newport News.
Absolutely
fantastic.
Give a shout out to and a thanks to the Gundam Builders of RVA, the RVA crew up there, Nick Models especially. I know he does a lot for the RVA crew and helps out with Mike when it comes to doing a lot of things, especially like getting that store to where it is, to where it's a Bandai license type store. I'm not saying Nick Models help. You know, y'all ask what Nick Models done and he'll probably explain it to you. But he's done a lot for that Richmond store, which shines light, which means, you know, this area gets a whole lot of a lot, right? Like who would have thought that Bandai would have stopped at RVA or the Richmond Hobby Town for the Bandai the Bandai bus tour, right? City to city tour. And I know Nick Models and the RBA crew, they do a lot to make sure that that stuff is maintained. So Undergated Seizure, I want to give thanks to y'all. I want to give thanks to everybody, the loved ones out there that support us, you know, CD and his wife and kids and my girl and Austin's people and stuff like that, that, you know, that support us and allows us to take the few hours a week to sit down and talk our talk, decompress. The kids that allow us to kind of like sit here peacefully. At this point now, the cats who kind of know like, oh, he's on the computer, so they're starting to know.
They're starting to take notice.
Yeah,
they're like me. They're like meow. Oh, no.
So I want to show some love to the people that back there that support. And also, of course, want to show love to these brothers, man. CD and Austin. Man, without y'all, we wouldn't be the trifecta, man, every week. Y'all push, like I said in before too, man. We push each other further than what I believe singly, right? Like obviously you have to have a kind of like a group, but pushing each other, it takes a lot. Not in a like, man, it takes a lot for me to tell Austin this. It takes a lot for me to tell CD this. What I mean by it takes a lot means for someone to sit back and say, hey man, you can do X, Y, and Z. It takes a lot from the person giving the advice and not just folding and say, hey man, that looks great. Right. So I appreciate what y'all brothers do for me. And I know y'all appreciate what I do for y'all. And I'm speaking also for CD. He appreciates what Austin and I do for him. And it runs cohesively. And when we're able to keep this thing going for 2 years straight, every Wednesday at 3:00, right? When Austin, I mean, it's you talking about one of the things that people don't understand when it comes to a team, and it took me a while to really understand because I always just thought it was a terminology you just hear in sports, but it's really big for anything dealing with a team. Is chemistry. You have to have chemistry. You have to build that chemistry. I know when Austin is having a day where he might need to take a break, he might be fading out. Austin might know when I'm fading out, he might pick up. CD, vice versa. And it's not to have great chemistry. You have to have the right mindset, and that mindset being a selfless type of mindset. Right, AJ Brown the other day brought up the receiver for the Eagles, brought up a good point. He said his mindset shifted when Saquon Barkley became to the Eagles. It wasn't, of course, it's an individual to team, right? Like everybody, human wise, is going to look at the individual stuff and then look at the team stuff also as well. But he's like, look, my mindset shifted as every catch should go for a touchdown now. I can't loathe because my 11 catches from last year might go down to 6 catches this year because those plays might be going to Saquon. So I have to make every opportunity count. So having that type of mindset where it's a selfless mindset that what we do, and I appreciate y'all brothers for it. I love y'all brothers for that, man. I can't say anymore, man. I can't really.
No, I mean, shoot. I guess I'll just add on to it. I mean, I honestly, I'm so happy, Cooper, that you invited me onto the podcast. I think I've said it before many times, and I think you even knew when you met me. I'm a bit of an introvert. I do not like to go outside a lot. For years, for almost 8 years, I don't venture out. I was kind of in my own little bubble, in my own little room, with my own thoughts, and just thought this is fine. And then one day I was going to the Gundam build because I was like, well, getting out sometimes it's okay. and then Cooper invited me to talk to me, introduced me to CD, and CD was one of the friendliest dudes I ever met right out the gate. Cooper took some time to get used to. But no, no,
Fair
that's not
enough. No, it's fair enough. Fair enough.
That's it, yeah. I'm kidding, but yeah, no, meeting you guys has truly been. I can put it as a highlight in my life that I've met y'all too. So I am incredibly thankful for that day, and not a day goes by where I think that, you know, how
Butterfly effect, man.
right, how blessed I was. I didn't stop to get Wendy's, or I didn't stop to go get Taco Bell or something like that, or I didn't stop to
Right.
go to a jog instead or something like that, right? Healthier things, obviously. But
I gotta fizzle that Wendy's order out, right?
yeah, the Baconator with extra mayo. Yay! But no, I'm incredibly grateful and thankful.
She sounds good.
Right?
Baconator
Dude,
with
I'm
extra
actually
mayo.
kind of hungry. I thought about getting Taco Bell, but
There you
no,
go.
I'm incredibly thankful for the moments that it has brought me, and it has put me in this part of my life where I never saw myself being, but I'm here and I've no regrets. No regrets whatsoever.
None. And things happen for a reason, big dog. And we both aren't as dedicated to the Hobby Town build days, right? There's people that go every week, consistently every Saturday. I know when I walk in there, I don't even have to walk in. I know at 9:55 before the doors open, Marvin's going to be there.
Marvin,
Wilton, all of them.
Mhm.
But this day, the paths cross for Austin to be here, and I have this mindset, and it just worked. And CD, the story how CD and I met, and we sat down and talked that day. And it was crazy if you think about it, right? I mean, obviously it happens for everybody, but there was a day, which is crazy to think about, that I woke up and it wasn't, oh, what's Austin doing or what's CD up to? It was just like, I'm just going on my day. Like, I think about these brothers all the time because I want to make sure everybody's good. The moment I don't hear from Austin in like 2 days, PTSD starts kicking in for me. I'm, blowing up his phone. He knows that. He says, "Oh, what's up, man? Dog, what the first thing he says to me is, "What's up, man?" After 2 days, and he knows my PTSD is like through the roof. Like, I gotta like chill out. Let me take a shot real quick, man. Let me take a shot. Like, talk to CD. You heard from Austin? I haven't talked to him in like 2 days.
Let's go dig him out. Let's go do. And I know it too. I know it's coming. I'm just sitting there, and what's crazy is I was sitting there looking at my phone, like, and I stopped. I was like, it should be any minute now. It showed up within like 5 minutes.
That's when Austin said he's introverted people. That's what we deal with. That's what we deal with sometimes. So if you're introverted, man, just check in every now and then, periodically, please. You don't know what stress you bring it on to others, but in general, we're thankful. We're thankful to be here. We're thankful every day to wake up and be able to breathe and enjoy life. Because there's people out there that's not enjoying lives. There's people out there stressed out. There's people out there that's so stressed out. It's hurting them physically, not even emotionally anymore. Physically, hair falling out, teeth falling out, whatever the case may be. So to sit back and sit down and talk Gundam, Gunpla, build Gunpla, discuss video games from whenever is a treat and is a joy, and be able to have the opportunity to go out. I never flew on a plane until this year, and it was to the Plamo event. There's a lot of big milestones in 2024 for myself, and I mean for Austin and CD as well. And 2024 is going to go down as a, how they say, 78, good year, right? 24 is now that. It's just like the time Andy said in The Office, quoting The Office here, the end of season 9, when he said, "Sometimes I wish you knew you was in the good old days while you're in the good old days." Something along the lines of that way. So take those moments to embrace them.
Knew the good times were then when you were at the good times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in the back of the car in Alabama, realizing this is the good days. I'm in it right now. Sitting at the Plamo event. This is good days. Doing a few of these episodes. This is good days. So we appreciate it. Again, thank you to everybody. Y'all the number one people that gets the flowers. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. We're gonna keep grinding like we're at zero. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep climbing. We're not gonna stop. Austin, tell the people if they want to get a kit, where they get a kit from.
You can get your kit from Vulcan Hobby with our code Undergate10. That's just a little thank you we would like to give to y'all. It's a little code called Undergate10 for 10% off your next purchase at vulcanhobby.com. Once again, that's Vulcan Hobby. There are, Grips and the guys over there. We're incredibly thankful for them. Like we said before, helped us out with the podcast, helping us get kits and helping us secure something that might be sneak peek down the line. That might be something y'all would probably be interested in following us for. So if you're not following now, hit that subscribe button, like and follow, hit all of our social medias up. But vulcanhobby.com, especially them. And you can use the code Undergate10 to save 10% off with them.
Absolutely. And for CD, go ahead, CD. We appreciate it, brother. If CD was here, he would tell you to use Chloe's dad at SMS Paints directly with SMS Paints.
You should just edit in like any NBA player,
Right.
just walk and then just think see.
Right. SMS Paints was a pour and go paint. Really good, great colorways. They have almost, I don't know, I want to say thousands because it seems like that. I feel like I got thousands of SMS bottles. You can get them for cheap. They're not expensive. They're pour and go lacquer. If being intimidated by mixing and thinning, this is a great way to learn how to paint. And Chloe's dad gets you 10% off your order with paint when you shop with SMS directly. Again, Chloe's dad, that's year round. That's not during Black Friday. That's not during holiday season. That's not during some random pop-up code.
Yep.
That is year round.
Yep.
Chloe's dad, SMS, save. We all use it. We stand behind it. Almost like what Denzel says. I guarantee it at this point. I don't think I've been let down by SMS. I don't think any of us have. So shop SMS for paints. Then we have Gun Primer. Gun Primer makes high-end tools such as the razor, glazer, gritter. The razor is for the glass filing. We have the gritter that is used for maybe deepening out some panel lines or practice on some scribing. We have the glazer that puts a nice sheen on your kits. It's not like a top coat, but it does take away dust and things like it repels dust. And if you use Coupe 10 directly with Gun Primer, you'll save 10% off with them as well. We appreciate all the people who support the podcast, Gun Primer, SMS, and Vulcan Hobby. Without them, we wouldn't be able to give you all the 10% to save you around. We appreciate it. Until next time, people, be kind, be thoughtful, be thankful today. This week, let this week be the week that you start thanking somebody for something. Hey, man, I appreciate it. And really mean it. Don't just let it roll up. Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate it. Not Joe shit the rag man that's opening the door for you. Right? Like, really be thoughtful, be thankful, even if it's to whoever you pray to, whoever you look forward to. I've seen it. I can't stand on it enough, people. I've seen it where we get the call and that person, their loved one, didn't wake up for the final time. That's a sad call. That loved one maybe they do know what's going on from wherever they are, right? Maybe they do. But in the moment, that's a really tough moment. That's a really tough moment. So be thankful, show some gratitude. Tell the person that you love, thank you. Tell the person you don't love, thank you. 168 hours down, another 168 hours to go. I'm Coop. Over here is Austin. Up there would typically be CD. We're the Undergated, never underrated. Until next time, people.